Hey, 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 it is Alicia Brown, the Joy Guru. And just wanted to take a moment to just chime in, come in with you guys. When I get messages on my heart, that's when I spend time talking to you. And I know from some of the conversations I've been having recently that someone really needs this message. So I thought I would come on in and let's chat. Why don't we? Okay? Again, I want to talk about why some of you cannot find peace. And I'm finding this more in the circles I'm in, especially with women, as we're having conversations, that this is a problem. So let's just, as I'm famously known for, let's just get some things across the board, put them out on the table, and hopefully you find some resolution today, or at least one thought that you can walk away and take away. Why some of you are having a hard time finding peace in certain situations. Let me just share my experience. If you've never read the book, Sometimes All You Have Is Happy, that was the first self-help book I wrote, talking a little bit about my journey, but as a solution for other people that have been through abuse or trauma. Myself, I'm a child abuse survivor, and when you go through an abuse situation or when you experience any trauma, it has a certain impact on your life. The younger that you've experienced that trauma and it's not dealt with, a lot of times the worse it is. And the thing is, I always say people have two routes that they take when it comes to abuse. One, they either become a person that helps others because of what they've been through. They want to be the helper. Or they become the victim. Okay? And there's a lot of people, well, actually there's three. Some people just become abusers. They do exactly what they've always done. And to be honest, most abuse survivors can look at themselves, if they're honest, and say they've sort of played some of all of those roles. And oftentimes they didn't realize that. But here's why I know, and this is why some of you can't find peace, is the fact that people take certain issues that are not dealt with and they carry it into everything else. So I find a lot of people that have been through abuse and have been through trauma, okay, came out of that thing. And they're trying to find their healing. They're trying to take back control of their life. They're trying to, wherever they were broken and hurt, they're trying to move ahead. They're trying to go back to dreams and goals and visions and aspirations. But here's something that a lot of them don't do. They're going to sit up there and they're now going to play the victim. And everything, every relationship from that last one on forward is going to be tainted by their experiences, okay? So let's say you were an abuse victim. And because of that, you want to be a helper. You want to be that person that when you needed help, nobody helped you. So you want to make sure that those people that come in your life, areas where you can help them, areas where you can take your expertise or whatever and help them, that's what you do. You're the peace solver. You're the giver. You're the helper. You're the fixer. Part of your problem is that you're coming against another person that may tell you the same story. Yeah, girl, I've been there, da-da-da-da-da. So you're excited because you feel like, oh, somebody that's been where I've been, I really want to help them. Unfortunately for you, some of those people are playing the victim role. Oh, they want your help. They'll gladly take your help. But in that victim role, they believe that you should serve them. And a lot of times in their life, they have enablers. Family members, spouses, friends that love them, and they have bought into the whole victim role. Now, I'm not trivializing what happened to them because what happened to them may have been very bad, just like what happened to you. But they are used to people serving them, bowing to them, doing everything for them. But for that person that's playing the victim, it's never enough. So they become takers. They become master manipulators, which is breeding ground for that wonderful person that just wants to be the fixer, that just wants to help people, that just wants to love everybody. And the two of you are forming a very toxic, draining relationship. And then what happens in that role while you're helping, while you think you're partnering, while you think we have this great collaboration, we have whatever. Oh, they're there for the taking. They absolutely are. And they want more and more and more and more. But the thing that you will one day hopefully come to realize, which probably will be the part that frustrates you the most, is that they're never going to reciprocate. Or they're going to throw little trinkets of this, and they're going to look like they're helping. And the sad part is psychologically, in their minds, they really do believe they're helping, but they're not. Because whatever help they offer you, they're taking a heck of a lot more than they're giving. And that is not reciprocation. Now, where it comes to you, and I will be sharing an article either later this evening or tomorrow about this, so you don't have to remember all this. But where that matters to you is this: bless and release. And when you can master those two, you will find peace. Because the thing is, a lot of us know how to release people. I mean, we don't have a problem. You make me mad, or you do this to me, okay, I'm going to cut you out and I'm going to keep moving. But you don't keep moving. You keep replaying things in your mind. Oh, you release them, but you don't bless them. What do I mean by that? You're sitting here, all of this dialogue, and how can they do that to me? And after what I've done to them, and don't they know, don't they know? You know what? You've got a whole soap opera, complete with dialogue, complete with characters, complete with wardrobe changes, going on in your mind over and over and over again. You know what? The perpetrator, the manipulator, the one that hurt you, the one that orchestrated this, that, the taker, they're not thinking about you. They stick and move. They probably doing that the same time they were doing that to you. They probably were doing that to 8, 10, 12 other people. And the truth of the matter is, whatever you relied on them for, whatever you were giving them a second chance or trusting them for, you also should have had 2, 3, 8, 5 other people for the same thing. Because your success, your passion, your things that you care about, you cannot lay those in the hand of just one person. Am I telling you not to trust people? Absolutely not. Am I telling you not to partner with people, collaborate with people to get things done? No, I'm not telling you that, because nobody does anything by themselves. But what I'm saying is, don't get mad at a person. This is why you don't have peace sometimes. Because you're upset with a person about what they did to you, but you gave them the keys to do it. You laid all the eggs in their basket when that wasn't their job anyway. If at best they were really going to help you, they were really going to build with you, at best they still didn't deserve to have 100% control or keys to anything that determines your future. That title and destination goes to the Lord himself. If it's not the Lord, no one that's flesh and blood deserve 100% control and 100% trust, 100% faith, and 100% control over anything in your life. That's your job. You and the Lord. That's it. Now, people can have pieces, people can help you with this, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. And if you did that and this person used you and you're upset with them now, this and that, then we need to do the deeper work. Instead of focusing all of that drama, all of that energy on this one person or entity and what they did to you wrong, and I'm not excusing wrong behavior at all. I'm not excusing their manipulation. I'm not excusing whatever happened where that person was wrong. What I am saying is to take your own personal responsibility. Sometimes it's issues of things that happened in your past that you haven't dealt with, where you feel this need to be highly regarded. You feel this need to be more than you are, which is fine. We all have goals, visions, and aspirations. There's nothing wrong with that. But what is wrong with that is just holding into one person's hand. Because again, that vulnerability, because you're striving for those things and you're doing 100% trust and giving the keys to someone to do everything for you, and they're upset when they don't do it, or when you find out they're not trustworthy, that has something to do with self. So in order for you to have peace, you got to learn how to bless and release. Because the truth, beloved, is this: even the most manipulative person, the most conniving person, angry, bitter, whatever this person has done to you, okay, that has you in an uproar, that has you mad. Again, I'm not going into whether they're right or wrong. It really doesn't matter. No one can take away what belongs to you. If you're God's child, they can't do it. And the thing is, if they deceptively promise you something, guess what? God will bring someone else that will follow through with what they promised you, and he'll have them sit there and watch it. And trust me, if God does it, sweetheart, you're going to get something 3 times bigger than whatever they lied and promised you. So that's the mindset you have to have, where you ain't tripping because somebody don't fulfill this over here. Or you're not tripping because that person over there is trying to put a bad reputation or have a bad name for you out in the community. You ain't tripping on that. You bless them, release them. You really bless and release them. Because, I'm a spiritual being. Okay? So for me, it's more about your soul anyway. If your soul ain't right, hey, you can love me all day and treat me well, but if your soul ain't right, where are you spending eternity? As a spiritual person, that's what I care about above anything. That's what we all should care about if we say we love the Lord. So I bless and release you. I don't have time to do this drama and pettiness and, well, they know better. Well, after all I did for them, no, baby. No. I bless and release you. I do wish people blessings all the time that I know are trying to set me up or that have hurt me. I don't walk away from anyone not wishing you blessings. Because the thing is, whatever purpose you served, for whatever season, that's it. Sometimes the season's over. Nobody wants expired food. And sometimes we hold on to things that we know in our spirit we should have let go of. You saw all the red flags, but you know what happened? You wanted to believe this. You wanted to believe that. You wanted to believe that. But let me hit you with natural parts here. Think about credit history. You go into a bank and you want to take out a loan or you want them to extend you some credit. They're going to pull up your credit report. And you know what? You can have the best story, the best words, the best everything, and you could be sincere. But they're going to look at your credit history thoroughly. They're going to look at your patterns of payment. And they're going to make a decision based on that, whether or not they extend you credit, whether or not you're a good credit risk. And some people be the first, oh, that's unfair. Everybody got passed. Everybody changed things. Maybe that's true. But what they know statistically is that if this was your habit, this was your pattern, then more than likely, you're going to do it again. Because the thing is, you might have great intentions, but you might be asking for something that you cannot support. You could be asking for $10,000 and really have great plans for that $10,000 and believe wholeheartedly that if the bank gave you $10,000, whatever you're planning to do with it, honey, it would be successful and whatever. But if the bank can see that right now financially, you don't have the ability to even make payments back when they're due on this $10,000, and you got a credit history that says you don't pay your bills on time, and you don't pay your bills at all, guess what's going to happen? More than likely, you're not going to get that $10,000. Not on your own credit. Somebody else is going to have to vouch and sign for you. Now, if that's true with finances, what do you think it is in life? A lot of times, the real reason that we're hurt by people that we say manipulated us and betrayed us and did all these things, you know why? Because we knew they weren't going to do right. We were hopeful. Hopeful for what? Hoping against hope? What were we hopeful for? We got past experiences with them where they didn't do right. If we go in again, I'm not saying don't give people second chances. I'm not saying there's not grace and mercy. But if you go in the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, knowing full well what they did in the past, and then you mad because they did it again? Really? Because even when you go back to give a person a second chance, you should be using wisdom, okay? And you should be drawing on them past experience and going, hold on. This is looking like what they did before. I'm not talking about holding grudges. I'm talking about using wisdom, and that's the difference. Yeah, they weren't reliable before. Now they're not reliable now. You gotta have wisdom in things, not this little fluffy whatever. Because if that's what you're doing, that's one of the reasons you can't find peace either. But truly, can you bless and release people? Some of us are very good again at releasing people, but we won't bless them. And we're harboring things, and we're holding things, and we're fussing about things. That same person, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years later, they done left and gone. They not thinking about you, boo. They ain't thinking about you. Matter of fact, I'll be honest with you. If you were still in the relationship with them, the things they did yesterday, they're probably not thinking about. Because that's what manipulators do. That's what deceivers do. They stick and move. And the same way they're manipulating and deceiving you, they got 8, 12. Look, it's like a player. They might be sleeping with you, and they sleeping with 8 other people at the same time. None of y'all mean anything. This is just what they do. So if you want to have peace in this season, you've got to learn how to bless and release, not just release. Wish that person well. Wipe your hands and truly mean it. And release them from that season. Release them from that obligation. Release them from feeling like they have to do anything for you anymore. Because their actions have already proved what they're going to do and not do. And if you're deciding, you know what, well, until they show themselves or until they do this, I'm just going to be along for the ride, then know that. You can't be mad for someone taking you on a ride when you agreed to sit there and play along. Actually, that's one of the things about manipulators and deceivers I think is hilarious. Because people do things and they think they're getting away with stuff and they don't think you see it. And that's why you have that cliche. If you're going to dig a ditch, you're going to dig a hole for somebody else, dig one for yourself. Because the whole time they're thinking they're smarter than you and they're thinking they're dragging stuff or I'm manipulating this or I'm going to do this. They won't figure out. They don't really have the intent to do this, but I'm going to keep saying this, and I'm going to stretch it out to here, and then I'm going to hope they forget over here, and then they got all these puzzle pieces they trying to work. They know full well from the beginning what their intent was, what they were going to do, what they weren't going to do, even though they said this and that and that, okay? Now, the thing is, with wisdom, you should see that too, and you should know that too, but the point is, why you mad? Why you ain't got peace in the situation? Because you saw all of that. There are signs. Maybe you didn't go in seeing that. Or maybe you didn't go in believing they would do ABC. But if you pay attention, there's signs. And what they don't know in their smartness, their cleverness, because anyone that manipulates, defrauds, deceives, they really think they're smart. And for some reason, they think you're so stupid and you don't see it. And the thing is, all the energy that they're putting and trying to get at you, manipulate you, set you up for failure, get something out of you that they're not giving you anything or they're not giving you of equal value. Believe it or not, those same people think they're doing you a favor. They think they're doing something for you. And unfortunately, in their mind, a lot of times they really believe that thing wholeheartedly. So when you push back and you don't just fall for this and you don't just take this and you move on, they get mad. Because they got the same thing you thinking. After all I did for them, they ain't doing nothing for you, but they're too ignorant to realize it. And that's one of the things about people that are manipulators and deceivers and playing that victim role. They are playing in the hands of the devil. They're allowing the devil to use them. They're signing up for the devil to use them. But the devil will always make those type of people think they are so wise. So if you're God's child, you should be using wisdom and discernment too. Because the thing is, while they're setting up a trap for you, if you're covered by the blood of Jesus, no trap is going to get you anyway. They can't permeate the plans of God. So the plans of God going to go forward anyway. And like I said earlier, you know, whatever people promise you and don't follow through on, God will sometimes have them sit right there and watch as he brings someone in to give you not only what they promised and lied about, but he'll give you 3 times better. And I've seen it for myself. Often, whatever they lied and said they were going to do and didn't do for me, I've watched while they've had to come back to me and now ask me to do a service for them. That's the type of God I serve. So, what I've also seen in that situation, because they're so clever with the devil's tricks, you start to see declines in their own stuff. So while they were setting you up, they didn't realize the reputation they were really showing people. They didn't realize that the audience out there was a little bit wiser than they thought. So they were watching what they were doing, and they were seeing it just like you were seeing it. And just because people don't come out you and put that stuff on the line and call you out, don't mean they don't see it. They could be sitting there ha-ha kikiing right with you. And already they in their mind, that person ain't about nothing. I see what they doing to that person. I see what they're doing over there. They messy. And they all have that opinion, but you think they on your side. So, beloved, today, if you want to find peace, please bless and release. Please don't take it to heart. Please don't, if you're sincere and you're really trying to help people, when you see the pushback or you see people that are doing things, they're lying to you, they're deceiving you, they're manipulating you, they're not following through on promises, they think they're slick and they're doing this and that, don't take it to heart. Don't take it to heart. Wish them well. But just know, if you don't want to be on that ride, get off. At any time, we ain't in no merry-go-round when it comes to life. You don't have to go on the Ferris wheel and you got to wait so many rotations until the Ferris wheel stops for you can get off. No, baby, you can get off anytime you want to. You got the controller, you got the keys, you got the button. If you're ready to get off the ride, hit stop, get up, put one foot in front of the other, and walk away from the situation. Say you're out. Have other options. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. And don't put all of your anything in one area of your life all to one person other than God. Because that's the one that's going to come through for you. That's the one not going to let you down. Now, he may not do it the way you want him to do it, but he's going to do what's best for you. That's the one you can trust 100%. Anybody else is questionable. Just like times we questionable. So just keep that in mind. You can be the helper all day, but some people don't want help. They just want to take. And just make sure you continue to pray in all things, ask for wisdom and discernment in all things, and let God guide and lead you. And when you find those bumps in the road, the manipulators, the liars, the deceivers, the this, bless and release. Don't take it personal. You got too much to accomplish, too many missions and visions while you have this limited time on earth to make everything personal. You want drama, you want a soap opera, leave that to reality TV. Don't live that in your life. Because you have too many awesome things that when you really set your heart and mind to something and bring those things to fruition, they deserve your time. Not drama and a bunch of messiness. So, for these and other motivations, as always, visit me at thejoyguru.net. Follow me on social media. Joyguru.net will have links to the Instagram, the Facebook, Facebook pages, the YouTube channels, all that great stuff. But also, this is what I want you to do. 2 things. Well, 3. Like and share this post, because I know you're not the only one that needs it. And also turn on your notifications. So that way, every time I go live, you can actually know when I'm live and participate. And please put any of your comments down below. Would love to read those comments. Would love to hear what your thoughts are and have a dialogue. And as usual, you have a blessed and joy-filled day, because I know I am, honey. Peace and blessings. Release, bless and release, so you can have your peace. Okay now? I'm out. This is Alicia Brown, the Joy Guru.